Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to our TechMaestro daily live session. Let's see who all are there. Hi Sandeep, hi Sanjeev, hi Ashish, hi Akash. And one good thing is I actually did take a look at all of you, like all of your performance and your solutions that you guys have submitted. Anyone else here? Like I actually let me see. Like I evaluated around 28 people so far, and probably will end up evaluating all by after this call. So I'll send you an email, guys. So be on the watch. So you'll get an email pretty soon. Hi, Jyoti. How are you guys doing? How did you find questions today? So what I did is like I reduced the number of questions from four to two because four hard question in a day is a very tough task. Is a very tough nut to crack basically. So that is why I've reduced the number of questions back to two, because hard shouldn't be more than two is what my opinion is. So this is what I've done. So that's okay. And if you have solved more than two, that is good for you. But I just if you haven't, then it's okay as well. So that's what the point of this discussion is. Now let's start in 1 or 2 more minutes. Let's wait for folks to join, and then we'll start with the question. Yes, hearts are actually some hearts are really tough. Some hearts are still doable, but some hard questions are actually very tough. Okay, hi Subair. How are you guys doing? Thank you for reducing. Okay. कोई नहीं यार, it's I can understand it's very painful, so I totally relate it. Hi Aditya, good to see you again. Solved three but optimally two. Were you able to basically submit all three? Because lead code hard generally don't get accepted if they're not optimal. Largest bit is repeated again, yes, and that is why I kept it, because like I preached yesterday, I want you guys to basically uh, be very sure of a pattern, and this is a very commonly asked pattern, so it's very important for us to understand this pattern. That is why I did not remove it and kept something else. Like there is one more question that we have kind of done and will be done in future as well, the pattern of that. So I think there was some sliding window DQ kind of question. I don't remember which one was that. It was very clear from the question itself that this question will be solved using sliding window. So we can so basically that's what I removed, because that is anyways be coming in future. Okay, so quick question: how many of you were able to solve both the questions today before we jump onto the part? And one more thing is, like, we have actually three solution to discuss today. We have median of two sorted array as well. In fact, yesterday I confused it with merging of two sorted array. That is a very tough question. Like the most optimal solution in place, merging of two sorted array is a very tough question. So I got confused with that. Median is still easy, relatively easy. Okay, so Smith has sold one, Sanjeev has sold one, Vipul has sold second one, Sandeep only one, Aditya one. That's good. Like even if you're able to solve one question, that's a good thing. Especially like I'll say Aditya, that is one thing. One good thing is like just few days ago you were struggling with easy and medium questions as well, and if you are able to solve a hard question, then it should give you an immense amount of confidence and good, like it tells you like you are on a good path. So that is something that you can look up or take the positive out of this so far. Devashish again solved one. That's okay. So let's do one thing. Let's jump right into it. Give me a sec. Okay. So basically ये कल का question है. This is yesterday's question. Just So the question is, we have to find median of two sorted array. Okay, first of all, question तो इतना ही है. First of all, how many of you know what median is? What is median? Tell me what is median. Solve तो तब करेंगे. In fact, when I was looking at this question today, I got confused mean by, like, I thought of calculating mean. Then I realized कि हाँ median करना है. तो that is why this question. What is median? Mid after sorting. That's correct. So let's say if I had been given only single array, what would have been the median? Like, let's assume, mm, 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 mm. let's say my median or the array input is, let's say, forget about brute force for now. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If this is my input, and for this input, what are my median? What is the value for 1 and 2? And also mention like 1 for 1, this is 1, this is 2. Yeah, correct. So it's 4.5 and 3. Basically it's the middle. अगर mid अगर even numbers हैं तो basically mid के दो उठाते हैं, we take sum of them and divide by 2. We take average of middle two. That is what median is. Okay, now here we have been given two arrays, not one. We have been given two arrays. Now इन दोनों, इनका क्या होगा, सॉरी, अगर इन दोनों को मर्ज करेंगे तो क्या आंसर आएगा, 1 2 3, एंड मीडियन ऑफ दिस इज 2, राइट. सो ब्रूट फोर्स में वही करेंगे, सिंपल कि मर्ज करो टू एरे को एंड देन फाइंड मीडियन. बहुत सिंपल तरीके से मर्ज कर लेंगे, एक एक्स्ट्रा स्पेस लेके भी कर लेंगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. यू डोंट इवन हैव टू डू इट इन प्लेस. व्हाट इज द टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी ऑफ द सॉल्यूशन, ब्रूट फोर्स सॉल्यूशन? That is correct, Sandeep. I want others to answer as well. Akash correct, Ashish correct, Vipul, I want you to answer as well, like Vipun, Sumit, Smith. I always say it, Smith. Aditya, what is the time complexity? You don't have to take sort it in this case. Like, you don't have to do extreme brute force. You can actually do it in m plus n as well. Just merge to sorted array in an extra one, and then that's it. Same as merge to linked list. So the time complexity of this will become m plus n. Now let's see how can we optimize this. Now, given the fact that both of these arrays are sorted, can we use this somehow? Can we utilize the point that both of these arrays are sorted? Like, how can we utilize it? Obviously, we can, but how will you utilize it? What do you think, Akash, Sandeep, Ashish? How will you utilize it? Vipul, see, we cannot compare two ends and beginning, because let's say here 1, 3, and 2. 3 is greater than 2. Now what will I do? 2 is greater than 1. It can be anything, right? This is a very small array. If it has been something bigger, then it can be any value. So there is no possibility of comparing just the ends. So we'll do something which basically Sandeep and Akash said. Basically, we need to figure out how many elements or will be on the left side and how many of the right side. So basically we will try to mimic two pointer here. Now how can we do it? First of all उससे भी पहले, what will be the middle of this? What will be the two median points in the array? If the size is m and n, what are the median points? Sizes sizes are m and n. Median point क्या होगा? You cannot directly use m plus n by 2. You cannot directly use m plus n by 2. Why? Because this m plus n may be a even number. एंड हमने पहले यहाँ देखा था कि जब इवन नंबर होता है तो बीच के दो उठा के उनको सम करते हैं. तो सिमिलरली वी व्हाट दिस इज व्हाट विल डू हियर. m plus n plus 1 by 2. एंड अगर आप देखोगे तो एग्जैक्टली वही होता है उसमें भी, n plus 2 by 2. दिस इज ऑल वी डू. से अगर ओड है ये अपने आप नंबर सेम ही आएगा. अगर इफ सम इज ओड दिस विल बिकम इवन, this will become odd, and they will point to the same index, right? Let's say m plus n is 15. 15 अगर m plus n 15 है तो 16 by 2 is 8 and 17 by 2 is also 8. Sorry, 15 है तो then 15 plus 1 by 2 is equals to 8. Similarly here 15 plus 2 by 2 is also 8. That is why we keep this. But if it had been even तो फिर ये अलग अलग आता, राइट? तो इसीलिए हम लोग ये करते हैं m plus n और m plus n plus 2, राइट? नाउ दैट इज वाई वी नीड 2 पॉइंट्स. अगर ओड है तो अपने आप सेम आ ही जाएगा. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी कॉल आर फंक्शन, एक फंक्शन अलग से बनाएंगे ऑब्वियसली, एंड वी विल कॉल इट फॉर m plus n plus 1 by 2 and m plus n plus 2 by 2, right? As simple as that. Now let's say we have ये हो गया. अब वो फंक्शन की बात करते हैं. यहाँ पे जो ये फंक्शन है उसमें क्या करना है? दो एरेज हैं, राइट? एक का एरे का एक ए एरे है, एक बी एरे है. ए का अपना मिड होगा, बी का अपना मिड होगा, राइट? तो हाउ कैन आई यूटिलाइज बाइनरी सर्च, हाउ कैन आई यूटिलाइज सॉर्टिंग इज, अगर मेरा ए का मिड बी के मिड से छोटा है तो इसका मतलब क्या है कि ये वाले सारे एलिमेंट्स तो लेफ्ट में ही रहेंगे, बिकॉज इसका कुछ पार्ट हो सकता है और राइट. तो आई विल गो इन द राइट ऑफ ए, राइट? ए के राइट में जाऊंगा, ए के राइट में जाऊंगा, करेक्ट? सिमिलरली इफ बी इज स्मॉलर तो मैं बी के राइट में जाऊंगा. एज सिंपल एज दैट. क्योंकि मुझे दोनों के मिला के मिडिल लेना है, इसीलिए आई एम डूइंग दिस. ये स्टेटमेंट समझ आई? लाइक ये दो इफ एल्स सिचुएशन जो डाल रखी है, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है समझने के लिए, क्योंकि इसके बिना फिर थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा नेक्स्ट कोड पार्ट समझना. गाइस क्विक यस नो. आशीष, विपुल, संदीप, संजीव, यस नो. समझ आया नहीं आया? ओके लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल. कोई रैंडम एग्जांपल लेते हैं. लेट्स टेक दिस एग्जांपल. एक न्यू स्लाइड ऐड कर देता हूँ. लेट्स टेक ये अगर एग्जांपल है, अगर मैं इन दोनों को कंपेयर कर रहा हूँ ए का मिड क्या है दिस, बी का मिड क्या है ये, अभी भूल जाते हैं, सिर्फ मिड, अभी नॉर्मल मिड कंपेयर करते हैं। तो इसका मतलब क्या है, अगर ये दो हैं, पहले एक बार ये देख लेते हैं कि आंसर क्या आएगा। 1 और डाल लेते हैं यार, ताकि थोड़ा सा आसान हो जाए। तो इसमें आंसर होगा 6 + 7/2 विच इज 13/2, राइट। 6.5 आंसर होगा। ये तो क्लियर है ना कि आंसर कैसे आया है ये, पहले ये बताओ, तभी आगे बढ़ेंगे। तो नाउ लेट्स सी, अगर ये बड़ा है, इफ दिस इज स्मॉलर देन दिस, देन वी विल गो समवेयर हियर, बिकॉज सब कुछ इससे छोटा होगा, राइट। सब कुछ इससे छोटा होगा ही होगा। बट आई थिंक इसमें ये तो एग्जैक्ट के पे मैच कर गया, ये तो बिल्कुल ही अलग ही हमने एग्जांपल ले लिया। ऐसा कुछ ले लेते हैं, इसके 7 विल बी द आंसर, राइट। यस, ये एग्जांपल लेते हैं क्योंकि उसमें बिल्कुल ही एज केस वाला, एज केस या फिर हैप्पी केस वाला एग्जांपल हो गया ये। इसमें मिड क्या है 4 और यहाँ पे है 5, राइट। अभी अगर 4 है और हमें पता है इसके लेफ्ट में कितने हैं, 2, राइट। इसके लेफ्ट में 2 हैं, तो इसका मतलब है ये तो मेरे को इसमें राइट पे जाना ही पड़ेगा। हो सकता है इसके लेफ्ट में हो, बट वो मुझे अभी क्लियर नहीं है, तो मैं अभी राइट जाऊंगा। वेर एज अगर 5 की बजाय यहाँ पे 6 होता फॉर एनी रीजन, तो मुझे पता है 5 से जितने भी छोटे हैं, 1, 2, 1, 3 एंड 5, इट विल बी स्मॉलर देन 6, एवरीथिंग विल बी स्मॉलर देन 6, तो ये 6 के लेफ्ट में आएगा, राइट। दैट इज वाई आई गो फॉर, this is the equation that I have. If my a of mid is smaller, then I take a ka right and b ka left. Otherwise, I take b ka right and a ka left. Is it clear? Yes, no? Because this is a very important statement and this will help you understand. Quick yes, no, guys. Okay, I think there are multiple yeses. I'm hoping this is clear. But if it is not clear, just ping me and I'll try to explain again. बट या, सो लेट्स सी, इसको कैसे यूटिलाइज करना है। तो बेसिकली इसमें इतना ही है, अगर मैं करंटली मिड पे खड़ा हूँ, हाउ कैन आई कैलकुलेट, अगर के मेरा इक्वल हो गया, मतलब मुझे पता है कि मेरे लेफ्ट और राइट में इतनी एलिमेंट्स होने वाले हैं, तो मैं डायरेक्टली वहीं पे रिटर्न कर दूंगा। सेकेंडली, इफ आई रीच एंड ऑफ एनी एलिमेंट, तो मैं जितना भी बचा कुछ दूसरा एरे है उसका मिड रिटर्न कर दूंगा, क्योंकि मुझे पता है कि ये पूरा एलिमेंट हो चुका है। अब जितना भी बचा है राइट साइड ऑफ द वॉट एवर एरे, दैट विल बी माई द ओनली कैंडिडेट, एंड जितने भी एलिमेंट्स बचे हैं उसको मैं k/2 करके रिटर्न कर दूंगा। These are the only two observation and I think it will make much more sense with the code. Now let's look at the code. उससे थोड़ा आसान रहेगा आपके लिए। Just a second, let me just make a note. Now L लिया, R लिया, कुछ नहीं करना, मैंने अपना सेम फंक्शन m+n+1/2 के लिए करना है, n+1+2/2 के लिए करना है। ओह, ओके, I will speak in English now. So what we have is like, so Subair, I'm hoping you could understand the fact that why are we calculating these, at least L and R. Now what we do is, if I am at the last of my current array, for any reason if I've reached last, इसका मतलब क्या है, what does it mean, I have iterated over the entire array. Now whatever k I am left with, just go to that element and just return that. Start plus k, return that. Similarly, if b is ending, I will go to a start plus k minus 1 and I will just return that. correct? Because I have already completed my first array. And one example could be like the array is 1 2 3 4 7 8 9 10 11 12. Now I know 1 2 3 4 will always be on the left of my current sub array. Then I can just ignore it. So 4 reduce kiya, like out of total, which is 11 by 2 is 5. Sorry, 6 hoga. In that case, sixth element is what I need. So I'll just reduce 6 minus 4 2. Now I go and take second element of this array. That's it, which is again 8, and which is the median, right? So this is what we will do here. So this is my first line. If I have already reached that particular k, if my k is finished, इसका मतलब क्या है? What does it mean? It means I am sitting or standing on one of the, basically I am standing on the current median for this range, and that will be minimum of the two. As simple as that, क्योंकि that will be on the left side and I have to return the left side part. Now the third thing here is, once these are two, they're not, so I get a mid and b mid. If you remember, here we had the comparison. Now let's see what a mid and b mid is. A mid is a commit and b mid is b commit. Start plus whatever elements I have by 2 minus 1. Minus 1 is just to basically go to that index. Minus 1 भूल जाते हैं अभी के लिए. But start plus k by 2 is a mid. Start plus k by 2, b start plus k by 2 is b commit. Now I compare these and I go left or right. That's it. As simple as that. If I have to go left to go right, I just add k by 2. If I have to go left, I just add k minus. Sorry. In this case, I am just going right. Here I will go right, and I am reducing k by 2 because I've already consumed k by 2 elements in A array. Here I have already consumed k by 2 elements in B array. As simple as that. Is it clear? Like, I hope, Subair, it makes sense to you as well. There was some part in Hindi. I did not. Basically, it happened naturally this time. So, is it clear? Yes, quick yes, no, guys. I know this question is not an easy question. It's definitely not super difficult, but it's not an easy question as well. There's quick yes, no. Sanjeev, Vipul, Akash, Sandeep, Subair. Is it clear? Yes, no. So that we can move to the next question. Okay, I'll repeat it. Basically, what we need to do is, so this part is clear, right? This part is clear. First part. Now, kth function. So what are the possibilities? Key, one of my arrays has been totally exhausted. What it means is I have totally consumed all the elements of that array and I am left with the second array only. What it means is everything on the consumed array, whether it's A or B, that will go on the left side of the entire merged array. And I just reduce the count of that. And k currently represents that current count ki ha, I initially I needed m plus n by 2. Let's assume 1 or 2 bhul jate hain. M plus n by 2 is what my middle is, like for m plus n or n size, m plus n by 2 is my middle. Now this is my k. Initially that is my k. If you see here, I am passing l, which is k here, right? So that is my k. Now it means this is the index of the element I need. So, and whenever I iterate, I just reduce the k by the number of element I've consumed. Now, I go to that index. Sorry. Now, if my one of my arrays totally consumed, it means that I have already like I have these all element of an array will go on the left side of the equation, or left side of the merged array. Now I need to go to the and I am only left with one element. If you remember, my first question was, what will be the median of an array if you have only one array? In this case, you are only left with one array, which starts from B start, not zero. That is the difference. And median is not exactly n by 2. In this case, median is kth element, right? Because you are in middle of some iteration. Similarly, if B is consumed, I will go and give answer from A. These are the 2 points. Now the third thing is, if I consumed all the elements, it is possible. For example, in the previous example that we shared here, here you will never consume all the element of an array. You will consume k completely. So if you reach the end of k, it means you have the element. You just return that element, and you return the minimum element, minimum of two, because you need the left fall apart. You are already taking plus one plus two here, right? So these three are the base condition, or you can say breaking condition. And then all you do is just find mid. If a mid is greater, you go to right of B. If B mid is greater, you go to right of A. That is it. That's all I'm doing in my function. Is that clear? A quick yes no. In the meantime, I'll take this question that Sanjeev have. He understood, but can we expect this question in an interview? It is a very well asked question, to be honest. Like, it get asked a lot. Not, to be honest, not a lot, but it get asked in multiple like, interviews. So it's not like कि hard है तो पूछा ही नहीं जाएगा. ये वैसे वाला questions नहीं है. वैसे वाले questions में से नहीं है. Okay. So moving on to the second question that we have. Second question that we have for the day is counts, or actually for today it is the first question. Count the count the number smaller than self. मतलब मेरे राइट में कितने ऐसे नंबर हैं जो मेरे से छोटे हैं, ये निकालना है मुझे, बस सिंपल. So how many of you were able to solve this question optimally? This is actually not a very easy question, to be honest, uh, but not a very difficult one either, because it is a very basic question. Like, it tests your basics very well, कि कितना आता है आपको एक्चुअली डेप्थ में, कितना पता है चीजें. Solved. And did you guys solve it most optimal, like in the most optimal way? Vipul, that's okay. You can stay in the call and you can try to understand. Uh, Akash, how did you solve it? Akash and Sanjeev. No, it is actually not same as next creator for sure. Rohan, it can be solved using binary search tree. I will discuss that question, sorry, that solution as well. But let's wait. Like, let's go through that first. Okay. Now let's go over it. So brute force क्या है? कुछ नहीं, हर एलिमेंट के लिए linearly मैं अपने राइट में जाऊंगा and I'll maintain a count, and I'll return the count, right? That is all I need to do. Is there any doubt on the brute force? If not, what is the time complexity of this solution? You should be able to answer the time complexity solution questions 100% correctly now. Correct. So Answer of the solution is like this. The time complexity of this is n square. That is correct. Now, so first thing is this is the solution that Akash also mentioned. So can we start from the right and maintain a sorted array? And while sorting, just at the end, all you need to do is like do a binary search, go to that index, and whatever is the index, n minus that index is going to be the number of shorter element, or actually that index is going to be the shorter element, right? Is that yes? Like, will this work? Okay. Uh, what are the challenges that you see in this video? Oh, sorry, in this solution. Okay, so I will repeat as well, and I'll actually give an example. Where is the example? 5261. 5261. So I start from right side. यहाँ से start करूँगा. I will go from right and to end. For one, there is nothing, so I'll do nothing. I'll store one. Now I am at six. I have to put six. For six, I will calculate how many are smaller, and since this is sorted array, I can actually do that using binary search. And we did basically just smaller, just greater kind of thing. Is this? This is that kind of thing. So it's not going to be very difficult, right? So we can do that now. Okay. I hope the quality is not too bad. So I can now I need to put 6 in the right place. Let's say I put it here. I come to 2. I see how many elements are smaller. 1. I can calculate that easily. So I have 1 for 2 as well. I have to put 2. How will I add 2 in the correct order? Is it possible to add 2 in the correct place? How will I maintain the sorted array? Akash, you used it, or you did it. How will you do it? If we use two loops, then it's the end of it, right? It will become. You used sorted list. What does sorted list means? Linked list. Did you use linked list? What is the underlying data structure that you used? Was it linked list or tree set? Like, sorry, what data structure does it use? Akash, what data structure does it use? So now the problem here is, Akash, that is okay, but how does that happen? That is very important for you to understand. Now, what you can actually do is you can maintain tree set. Tree set actually internally uses BST, balanced BST. But the problem with that is you cannot have duplicate elements. Was that given in the question? Like, was that ensured that there won't be duplicate elements? Just a second. Let me. I did not. I don't think that it was allowed, but I'll just be sure of it. भी नहीं है. Where is today's questions? I think it is allowed. So tree set does not allow duplicates. So how do you maintain that? That is the only challenge. Otherwise, tree set is the best. Or you can implement your own self-balanced binary tree because otherwise, or BST. Otherwise, it will become very complicated. No, duplicates are allowed. So how will you do it? Right? That is the problem. Internally, you can use reset which has BST. BST will give you insertion on in sorted data order on login, finding or seal or floor in login. You can do all that in a BST, balanced BST. But if you use internal Java ka internal wala, then it will be a problem. You cannot use it because it will only keep one copy of it. You are not allowed to have duplicate elements. If you have to implement your own BST with all the balancing, then it becomes even more complicated. You have to do maintain an either an RB tree or AVL, although that is not super difficult, but it is possible. But it's a bit difficult. Okay, so Vipul, you tell me like what? Why not sort it using ON sorting technique? Let's say n log n. If you are sorting the entire array, n log n भी ले लिया, then is that enough? You cannot sort the entire array because you need to preserve the order, right? You cannot do that. And on the right side, there can be any value. And even if you do on का binary sorting, उससे better तो on insertion कर लो ना. Binary search लगा के, sorry, correct place पे जाके insert कर दो. You already have the sorted array, but that will make this solution n square. And brute force is n square. So why make all these efforts when you can do that without any effort in brute force? ठीक है. So this is the challenge. You can actually use BST, but that will lead to problem. Now, how do we do that? How do we handle duplicates? How many of you know merge sort? How many of you know actually understand merge sort ka basics? Bear with me for next 15 minutes and we'll be like ending this both the questions because next question is very trivial, or it's not actually very hard because we have already solved so many similar questions yesterday, 2 to 3 questions yesterday, so it should be easier. Okay, that's good. Like Vipul understands it, Akash, Sandeep, yes, Sandeep also understand it. That's what we do. And who else is there? Like, is are people still there? Smith, are you still there? Subair, do you guys understand what it is? I hope. So basically, what we do is first we split all the elements till you have one, and then we build it again. That's what we do in merge sort as well. And while building, we just place it in the right position. Right That is what we are going to do now. In this case, instead of placing it in the right position, all we need to do is like how many shifts do I need to make, because जितने भी मेरे को shift करने हैं right side से, that is the number of elements that I have to that are smaller than this. That's it. That's all we do. Like how whatever the number of shifts that I have to do is all I care about. So instead of while coding, I can keep a track of number of shifts I did. I can easily do that, right? At the end, what happens is every element is at one single place. For example, 5261 will break into 5261. Then you merge 5 and 2, 6 and 1. You actually sort these 1625, right? Now for 5 you actually shift it once, like you swapped it once. So एक 5 का काउंट हो गया, एक 6 का काउंट हो गया, and 0 and sorry 2 and 1 are still 0. Now 5 to let's actually काफी मुश्किल ही हो जाएगा ऐसे तो याद करना. It becomes 5 2 6 1. When you move it, like it becomes 2 5 while sorting, and 1 6. And you also keep a track of the counts. So here it 5 becomes 1, 2 remains 0, 1 becomes 0 or remains 0, and 6 becomes 1, because हमने एक बार already कर दिया है. Now while joining these two again, I know 1 will be shifted by this number of times. Sorry, 2 will be shifted by this number of times. 1 2. Now 2 को मैंने एक बार shift किया तो 1 आ गया यहाँ पे. 5 को मेरे को फिर से करना है. 5 will become shift by 1 again. तो 5 को 2 कर दिया. 6 को मैं छेड़ नहीं सकता because that is at the right position. So that's all I do. Like this is my answer. Do I have correct answer? Yes. 2101. If you see here, 2110. Sorry. वो आपको बस ठीक से मैप करना है कि कौन सी 6 का कौन सा है, 1 का कौन सा है. That's all you need to keep a track. Is that clear? Like yes, no, because ये थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट हो सकता है अंडरस्टैंड करना. Nice. If you guys understood this, then काफी सही है. मतलब if you are able to understand merge sort logic. Okay, so one piece of advice and one piece of kind of homework is like I have not given any code for this here. There is no code. Directly next question आएगा. Because one, it was way too big, तो वो copy paste करना भी बहुत भारत था, महाभारत था. Uh, and two, basically, uh, I want you guys to basically code merge sort. Merge sort का इस तरह का variable. Then there is one more question. उसका क्या बोलते हैं? Inversion count. Inversion count is very famous merge sort question. So try that. So I'll write it here as well. Inversion count. This question. Try to code these two. Because merge sort बहुत बहुत पूछा जाता है. Like it is possible that somebody may ask you this question. So go and try it out. You can test it out and it will be very helpful for you. Ultimate shift of 2 is 0, but ultimate नहीं मैटर करेगा ना. It's up to us how we merge it. Here we know कि हमने already एक इससे देखो हम क्या करते हैं, इसके लिए करेक्ट पोजीशन ढूंढते हैं, राइट. आई एंड जे लेकर चलते हैं. जब भी मर्ज करते हैं दो एरेज को, आई एंड जे लेके चलते हैं, उनको मर्ज करते हुए चलते हैं एक नई स्पेस बनाते हुए. तो बहुत आसान है ना मेरे को जानना कि मेरे लेफ्ट में कितने बड़े हैं, राइट में कितने बड़े हैं. थोड़ा चेंज कर सकते हैं, मतलब राइट से शुरू कर सकते हैं इन दिस केस. तो दैट इज व्हाई इट्स इजियर टू डू इट व्हाइल मर्जिंग. Does it make sense, Sandeep? It's not about ultimate shifting or how many positions did an element change at the last. It's about how many times I had to swap it during the process. क्योंकि that is important here. because you never merge same to array twice. तो ठीक है, if this is sorted and it is by mean like it's clear, let's move to the next question that we have. And the last question of the day is basically how do sorry, not how do, just a sec, huh. Split largest sum, largest array, split array largest sum. Sorry, the question says you have been given an array of integers and you have been given an integer m. You have to split that array into n known empty continuous subarrays. Known empty continuous subarray, important has term. You have to basically do that such that the largest sum among m is minimized. इतना करना है, right? So this is what we have. This was okay, and Akash is saying this was relatively easy. I would say this should be very easy for all of you because इसके हमने दो क्वेश्चन कल डिस्कस किए हैं. And before I jump or do that, संदीप, although संदीप ने ऐसे uh, वो दे ही दिए हैं टीजर, सॉरी स्पैम, क्या बोलते हैं उसे, व्हाट डू वी कॉल इट, आई टोटली फॉरगॉट द टर्म, जो बता देते हैं ना मूवी से पहले ही पूरा, स्पॉइलर अलर्ट्स, स्पॉयलर्स दे दिए हैं संदीप ने. बट आई वांट टू नो लाइक हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू वर एबल टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन, एंड हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू could relate it to one of the questions that we have discussed. सही है संदीप, विपुल, आकाश, रोहन. रोहन ने फर्स्ट मैसेज किया है पूरे दिन में, एंड और इन दिस एंटायर वीडियो, एंड हिज मैसेज इज स्पॉइलर. रोहन, you should be more interactive in normal learning aspect as well. It's okay, you don't like, I'm not forcing you or anything, but do interact in normal senses as well. I'd love to do like love that basically. Okay, that is good. बहुत अच्छी बात है. ऑलमोस्ट सबने, जितने भी लाइव हैं अभी, सबने सॉल्व कर लिया, सबने आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया. दैट इज अ वेरी गुड थिंग. लाइक आई एम वेरी, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, आई एम एक्चुअली वेरी हैप्पी. सो लेट्स सी कि ये किससे सिमिलर है. जो हमने कल कैपेसिटी वाला क्वेश्चन किया था, एंड दूसरा जो क्वेश्चन किया था, एक्चुअली जो थर्ड क्वेश्चन था, थर्ड क्वेश्चन ऑफ द डे, it is very similar to that. In fact, it resembles third question much more. If you remember, what is the okay, here what will be the minimum possible value penalty से अगर हम डायरेक्टली कंपेयर करें, तो what will be the minimum penalty, लार्जेस्ट सम का मिनिमम वैल्यू क्या होगी? Ten, which is basically the max of the array. And what will be the maximum penalty possible? Sorry, what is the maximum लार्जेस्ट सम पॉसिबल? लेट्स नॉट वरी अबाउट पेनल्टी. उसमें मिनिमम था 1 और मैक्सिमम था, मैक्सिमम था करंट एलिमेंट. हाँ, दिस इज इक्वल टू कैपेसिटी सम मोर. सो द लार्जेस्ट पॉसिबल इज सम, कि मैं एक भी स्प्लिट ना करूं तो मेरा सम जो होगा वो मैक्सिमम एरे सम हो सकता है, राइट? दैट इज द मैक्सिमम. सो इफ वी सी द मिनिमम पॉसिबिलिटी इज मैक्स ऑफ एरे करंट एलिमेंट. उससे तो मैं वैसे भी नीचे नहीं जा सकता. आई कैन नॉट स्प्लिट माई एलिमेंट ऑफ द एरे. So that is why minimum possible sum or minimum possible output is the maximum element of the array. And two, what is the maximum possible output? Entire array. Now we do exact same thing as we did yesterday. So we try to basically come to mid of these two. We'll try ki can I achieve this using m splits? If yes, I go left. If not, I go right. That's all I do. And how do I do that? Like, this is the code. If you see split array, what I do is like, there is min value, there is max value. For basically min max karunga. If I can split, I will go right. if sorry, if I can split, I will go left. I will try to minimize the largest. If I cannot, I will go right. Now min min को सॉरी तोड़ना कैसे है, बहुत सिंपल है, जैसे कैपेसिटी में ब्रेक किया था वैसा ही है, एग्जैक्ट सेम चीज कि आई विल कैलकुलेट, आई विल कीप एडिंग सम. Once I reach the breaching point, which is my upper bound, which is basically this binary search number, I break, I go to next. That's all I keep doing, and the maximum number of so I keep increasing the count because I need to increase the, I need to reach there, right? And that's how I compare count some greater than m or less than m. That's it. Is that clear? A quick yes no guys. ये आसान होना चाहिए, like this should be very obvious, this should be very clear to everyone. If it is not, let me know. This may be your first class or first live session as well, so that is also possible. If it is not, we will go into details, but if it is clear, we are I don't want to waste like every single person's time here. uh Sandeep, what do you mean by saying इस type के question में, in this type of question main logic lies in the verification? What does verification logic mean here? Okay, one more news is, okay, so I think since everybody is saying yes, we can stop sharing, and I can take questions for 5 minutes if possible. Okay, can split basically. ठीक है. हाँ, basically you can say that. Yes, it's easier. Okay, how to catch which algo to use here? So, Apurva, if you remember, we when we started binary search, we said it's very easy when you know कि binary search लगाना है, but it's very hard to identify binary search, right? And these are the type of questions in which it's very hard to identify binary search लगाना है. How do you catch algorithm? I think the best way to know is like you need to understand the basics, and two, you need to practice more and more. So I actually recorded या फिर live किया था, मेरे को exactly याद नहीं है अभी. uh, I did a live, I think yes, live, where I shared like how do you actually solve a question in an interview, or how do you actually solve a DSA question. So basically what you do is, if you can catch up can you, if you can directly देखते ही समझ आ रहा है कि हाँ this is something that you need to, it is heap question या stack question, अगर ऐसा है, then stack का actually I think we'll start stack in few days, and I will give a very good pointer. उसमें काफी easy हो जाएगा आप लोगों के लिए to identify stack. But otherwise what you do is you use the process of elimination, कि मैं try करता हूँ x लगाने का, y लगाने का, stack लगाने का, q लगाने का, 2 point लगाने का, sliding window लगाने का. 14-15 patterns होते हैं. There is a very well known, very famous article, 14 patterns, coding patterns. Just take a look at that. उनमें से I'm sure like you, if looking at your progress, I actually checked that. I know, I can understand that you guys understand the basics of it. तो आपको patterns पता होंगे. It's all about knowing कि वो है क्या क्या. तो what you can do is you can try those things. कुछ तो डायरेक्टली एलिमिनेट हो जाएंगे. फॉर एग्जांपल BFS DFS, यू नो कि BFS DFS यहाँ पे नहीं लग सकता है, बहुत ऑब्वियस डायरेक्टली एलिमिनेट हो जाएंगे. अदरवाइज एक एक करके ट्राई करो कि हाँ 2 पॉइंटर्स कहाँ लगता है. 2 पॉइंटर्स मैंने आपको अगर याद है तो ऐसी जगह पे लगता है जहाँ पे मोनोटोनसली इंक्रीजिंग या डिक्रीजिंग कुछ हो. If you can break your problem statement or your data set into monotonous increasing and decreasing, you can apply 2 pointer kind of thing there. स्लाइडिंग विंडो कहाँ लगता है, जहाँ पे स्लाइडिंग विंडो या टू पॉइंटर सिमिलर से कॉन्सेप्ट हो जाते हैं कई बार। स्लाइडिंग विंडो कहाँ लगता है, जहाँ पे आपको पता है या तो आपको गिवन ही है कि हाँ भाई के क्वेश्चन में ही गिवन है कि विंडोज में ही चलना है। सेकेंडली, हाँ स्लाइडिंग विंडो जनरली वहीं लगता है, बट टू पॉइंटर जो ये बड़ा को छोटा कर सकते हैं विंडो, वो जनरली तब लगता है कि हाँ आपको पता है कि एक लिमिट में लेके जाना है, उसके बाहर निकलते ही छोटा करना है या बड़ा करना है, जैसे काउंट ऑफ एलिमेंट्स या फिर वो कौन सा क्वेश्चन था स्ट्रिंग वाला जिसमें जिसमें ब्रेक करना था स्ट्रिंग को, राइट। वी नो कि हाँ वहां तक जाना है, फिर ब्रेक करके राइट लेकर आना है, फिर लेफ्ट लेकर जाना है। तो उस ऐसी जगहों पे टू पॉइंटर्स या फिर चीजें लगती हैं। देन एक होता है टू पॉइंटर जिसमें फर्स्ट एंड लास्ट से शुरू करते हैं, यू टेक लेफ्ट, इधर या तो ये इंक्रीज होता है या डिक्रीज होता है। तो उसमें आपको पता होना चाहिए, वो वाला मैं कह रहा था कि मोनोटोनसली इंक्रीजिंग या मोनोटोनसली डिक्रीजिंग टाइप ऑफ एरे सेट्स में लग सकता है, डेटा सेट या प्रॉब्लम सेट्स में लग सकता है। इस तरह से हर एक उसका कुछ ना कुछ थियोरेटिकल एस्पेक्ट है, जो बहुत ऑब्वियस सी चीजें हैं, जो मैं एज वी गो आई विल कीप टेलिंग यू, लाइक फॉर लाइक आई सेड फॉर टू पॉइंटर्स लेफ्ट एंड राइट। रेन वाटर का अगर याद है आपको, रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग में हमने डिस्कस किया था। सो यस, ज्योति प्रकाश, आई विल डू दैट। आई एक्चुअली हैव दैट इन प्लान, टू बी ऑनेस्ट। I have that in plan. I'll probably do that today or maybe not today, if some other time. Uh, थिंग्स लाइक टॉप एल्गोरिदम्स, टॉप ग्राफ की चीजें करनी है, जो भी टॉप, लाइक पहले तो पूरा टॉप लेवल, देन ब्रेक करते हुए एक एक उसमें डेप्थ में जाएंगे, पूरा डीएसए, सीएस फंडामेंटल, बाइनरी, सॉरी बाइनरी सर्च आकाश ने बोला तो वो माइंड में चल रहा है, एलएलडी एचएलडी, सब में एक एक करके ब्रेक कर करके जाएंगे। तो डोंट वरी अबाउट इट, आई विल गिव डेटा पॉइंट्स टू यू। बाइनरी सर्च इज एन ऑप्टिमाइज्ड टू पॉइंटर्स। अच्छा पर्सपेक्टिव है, अगर अभी मैं सोच रहा हूँ तो, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल बाइनरी सर्च में लेफ्ट होता है, राइट होता है। बाइनरी सर्च एक्चुअली काइंड ऑफ, इट्स नॉट टू पॉइंटर बिकॉज टू पॉइंटर इज अ, इट्स नॉट अ डिवाइड एंड कॉन्कर पॉलिसी इन टू पॉइंटर्स। जनरली मैंने देखा नहीं है टू पॉइंटर्स में डिवाइड एंड कॉन्कर होना। बाइनरी सर्च एक डिवाइड एंड कॉन्कर फैमिली वाली एल्गोरिदम है। टू पॉइंटर उसमें मेरे हिसाब से तो नहीं आता, बट हाँ टू पॉइंटर एक बहुत ही ब्रॉड टर्म हो गई। इट्स लाइक कि एरे में बाइनरी सर्च एक एरे की चीज है, लाइक बाइनरी सर्च इज अ कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ एन एरे। तो ऐसे बोलना, लाइक देर इज सम ओवरलैप, बट देर इज नॉट लाइक, देर इज नो रिस्ट्रिक्शन, इट्स नॉट a subset of array, like binary search is not subset of array, it can be applied anywhere। trees में भी binary search लगता है। So it's more or less like that, Anup। there is some overlap, but it's not completely subset of two pointer। Okay, Vipul skin, could you please use open board or Vipul, like I said, I will। मैं अभी नहीं खरीद पाऊंगा, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, बिकॉज आई डोंट हैव अ परमानेंट एड्रेस। तो वो थोड़ा सा मे बी विल सी। जस्ट वन थिंग गाइज, इफ यू गाइज ऑलरेडी नो, गिव मी अ सजेशन फॉर अ नॉर्मल क्वालिटी, ऐसे आईपैड को छोड़ के कोई और अल्टरनेटिव हो नॉर्मल, ठीक ठाक एक्सपेंस रेट में, पेन बोर्ड टाइप का। तो यू कैन गिव मी दैट सजेशन, आई विल डेफिनेटली ट्राई दैट। Can you recommend any YouTuber or website that are best to study DSA? Geek for Geeks best है यार। I don't know any other good। मैंने आज तक कभी किसी यूट्यूबर से नहीं पढ़ा है, पार्टली बिकॉज मेरे टाइम पे यूट्यूबर थे भी नहीं। Apart from, yes, I actually looked at तुषार रॉय's video। I this is incorrect कि कभी नहीं बोलना चाहिए मुझे। I have read from तुषार रो, yes there is one guy, yes, Abdul Bari। You can check his videos। I really really like his videos, उसका content, which is, this is my dream level, like कि अब्दुल बारी लेवल पे जाना है। दिस इज माई करंटली आइडियल लेवल और आइडियल लेवल कि हाँ भाई यहाँ तक पहुंच गया ना, फिर उसके बाद देखेंगे क्या करना है। इन एवरी स्ट्रीम आई वांट टू रीच दैट लेवल। अब्दुल बारी आप बेझिझक देख सकते हो। देन ग्राफ में एक दो और हैं। देर इज सम गाय कॉल्ड विलियम समथिंग, आई डोंट रिमेम्बर एग्जैक्टली। विलियम विलियम समथिंग। उसके उसकी बहुत ही लिमिटेड वीडियोस हैं, आई थिंक 5-6 वीडियोस हैं। या तो वो पेड रखता है या फिर पता नहीं क्या सिस्टम है। बट उसकी 2-4 वीडियोस बहुत अच्छी है ग्राफ की। यूलर एल्गोरिदम्स, वो विल कम टू दैट, आई शेयर दैट व्हेन विल कम टू ग्राफ। तो अभी के लिए यू कैन चेक अब्दुल बारी। आई डोंट नो अबाउट बेसिक्स टू बी ऑनेस्ट, वेरी ऑनेस्ट। आप गीक फॉर गीक से पढ़ सकते हो, तो दैट विल हेल्प। People is saying Abdul sir helped us in passing our exam. Abdul Abdul Bari actually helped me crack a lot of interviews as well. So I am in, like, I'm actually, I know he's really good. And this William guy, I don't think it's William Lin, but I will share it. I will share it with everyone in the community. In fact, give me some time and I'll give it to you. Uh, 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 uh. William Fissett. This is the guy. I'll share his YouTube channel with you and you can check it out. So this is the channel and I will also share it here. So yes, these are few that you can check out. These are the ones that I have read. Apart from that, अगर कुछ ऐसे याद आएगा तो I will share. But I don't remember any major stuff apart from these. Okay, this guy actually added some DP problems recently as well, so you can check out. Any other questions, guys, before we end the call? There is one news that I like to say, share. So we are just too short to come at 2000 number of subscriber. So thank you so much for all the support and everything. I did not imagine it to go to 2000 so soon, and a lot of credit goes to all of you who are watching this video or currently are in the live session. So thank you so much, and definitely we'll keep it growing. We'll make it better as well. So good. And I am planning, to be honest, I'm planning to do some sort of giveaway at 10K kind of level. अभी तो नहीं, but हाँ 10K अगर आता है sometime soon, I'll give it on a 10K. So especially I'll keep track of people who are actually very regular, like Akash, Sandeep, Sanjeev, Sumit. I'll definitely keep that in mind. उन ऐसे weighted random निकालेंगे, क्वेश्चन भी सॉल्व करेंगे वेटेड रैंडम का, उसके एल्गोरिदम को यूज भी करेंगे। ओके, चलो, thank you guys, and if you are watching it for the first time like Vipul or if Rohan, I don't know if you guys have subscribed, but if you have not subscribed, do subscribe to the channel, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.